In last week's video, we stalked in really close to this wild hog in the tall grass.
That one's toast right there.
I drove the stone-pointed cane arrow through the lungs and brought it down inside of 30 yards for a perfect primitive kill. But this week, we're back out with the atlatl to try to spot and stalk some wild hogs again. Now, hunting with the atlatl is a lot tougher than hunting with the bow and arrow. As you can see, we got some pretty long spears, and you've got to really be in a position that you're able to make that throw without hitting a whole bunch of brush or deflecting the spear. And you can't really crouch down and throw very well, so stalking in close enough on animals without being seen, that's really the tough part about it. Tried to do quite a bit of walking around midday, really covering several miles on our walks, and typically listening for hogs that are bedded up in the palmettos like we've kind of got here that we're working in on. Sometimes you got to be a little bit aggressive with these hunts and you move right in, and what you're really hoping for is that you're going to catch one that's kind of standing up and monkeying around, but more times than not you're going to get busted. If this happens to be your first time to the HuntPrimitive YouTube channel, if you search around a little bit, you'll find that we've got some other great successful atlatl hunts. And also some other atlatl building and throwing tutorials to get you started. If we were bow hunting, a situation like this is really a lot more of a slam dunk. I could just see them in there. I would be able to kind of crouch down, pick a little hole to shoot through, and just slide that arrow right in. But as you'll easily see, it is so hard to try to thread that big old floppy spear right through all that brush without getting deflected. So as I often tell folks, you're going to end up missing a lot of opportunities that would be almost sure thing bow kills when you're hunting with the atlatl. But if you want to get atlatl kills, you got to be hunting with the atlatl.
Close.
get away with a lot of movement as long as you have these palmettos or some other brush in between you and the hog's eye. If you can see the hog's eye, he can see you. Hogs don't really have great eyesight, but they pick up on movement really, really easily. Now, if this would have been an older sow, I think she would have picked up on us really fast, but this young boar, he's more interested in what he's eating. And if you find yourself in this situation where you're caught out in the open, the best thing you can do is just stand perfectly still, because it probably won't notice you if you're being very, very still. Having that spotty sunlight in their eyes kind of helps a little bit too. So if you do kind of get busted, sometimes the hogs will just run absolutely into next week, and then other times they won't spook too hard and they don't really know what you are, and you might be able to let them go, settle down a little bit, and then get back on them. Luckily these ones weren't too terribly spooky. We were able to get around and at least try to get another playmate on them, but you know, once they kind of figure you out, you don't have many more mistakes you can make. As you'll see, we got really close to it here. I almost got a throw, but you have to remember that it's not just about hitting the hog with the atlatl. You want to make sure that you get a really good shot, put that spear up through the vitals. Just because you hit it doesn't mean you kill it. You need to really be able to put a good shot on it. This opportunity it was so close, but it just wasn't right. We were able to hang with these ones for quite a while and keep circling around to try to get in front of them and be able to remain undetected. But eventually we had to just kind of be a bit aggressive. We saw one opportunity to really run up while it was behind a tree and try to get a shot real fast, but ultimately we got busted, and that was it. They were gone.
That was so close. Alright guys, we're heading home after a tough day at atlatl hunting. You know, hunting with the atlatl is really tough. I tell folks that all the time, that you'll probably end up getting 10 opportunities that you probably could have shot and killed hogs with arrows before it finally comes together and you get a good throw on a hog. And it's like you almost have to be willing to sacrifice getting those almost sure thing kills with a bow and arrow to just be able to go out and throw spears and stuff. It's definitely a tough way to hunt, but man, is it rewarding when it comes together. So we're just going to keep at it, because you know, you can't win them all, and we had some good looks at it today, and hopefully next time around Well, maybe we'll get to connect, but that's how atlatl hunting goes more times than not. You get some good opportunities, and you're like, man, if I'd have had a bow, I probably could have gotten those ones. But you know, that's what it's all about. You got to be willing to put the bow down for a little bit and pick up the atlatl. If you want to get atlatl kills, you got to be hunting with the atlatl. So we'll stick with it, and you know, hopefully next time we'll sort it out. So thanks for joining us. We'll catch you on that next adventure.